Hi, everybody. One of the things I'd love to share with you as part of this whole series that we're doing is the talk that I gave a long time ago, back in 1977. I was at a rehab center in Northeast Philadelphia called Riverside House, and I dropped a lady off for treatment. And after I dropped her off, the director of the program asked me if I would stay and give a talk at 1 o'clock. Being a real good codependent, I said, of course I will. I got up and gave a talk to the audience for at 1 o'clock, the patients, and of course they couldn't leave, so it was a captive audience. When I finished, Bill came up to me and he said, why don't you come back once a month and give that same talk? I said, Bill, I'd love to. I have no idea what I said. So he taped it, gave me a copy of the tape on the way home. I listened to my own talk and got a lot out of it. It's pretty fantastic. I'm going to share something with you, kind of tidbits from that little talk that kind of led me into doing the series that basically we're offering to you. The talk was on spirituality and recovery. I want to kind of clarify right from the beginning. When we talk about the word spiritual and spirituality, the word actually comes from Latin and Greek. The word means an awakening to a discovery of my personal spirit. So whenever I talk about spirituality and I talk about codependency, I talk about what I call the 4 questions and the basic principle. And I've learned this through the course of my own journey and my own life because I know these are the things I have to work on to break my patterns of codependency. The 4 questions for spirituality are very simple. First of all, do you love yourself? Do you have any idea who you are? Do you have a sense of yourself as a person? One of the hardest things for me to do in life was to learn how to love me and take care of me. I was too busy taking care of everybody else. The second question is, do you like yourself? I've often said my name is Vince DiPasquale. I happen to be the best Vince DiPasquale there is on the face of the earth. If nobody else believes that, they're missing something very special. I have to be comfortable being me. And a big part of that is acceptance of the reality of myself. The third question is, do you respect and do you honor yourself as a person? I always kind of tell kind of a standing joke about this. I often say, when I'm talking to addicts anyway, and codependents too, I've often said there are 2 curse words we have a hard time with. The 2 curse words are reality and responsibility. And I think as codependents, we have a tendency very many times we want to take on everybody else's responsibility and tell them what their reality is. What I'm talking about today in real spirituality is, do I really have a sense of what my reality is, what I have to do in my own journey in my life, and to be responsible for my own journey. I am responsible, so I can't blame anybody else and can't put it on anybody else. The 4th question is, do I care about myself? You know, some of the old timers in AA used to play games at me when I was a priest, and they would ask me what spirituality was. And I just kind of responded in the following way. To be a spiritual person comes down to some fundamental principles. One is, I used to tell them this, make your bed every morning. It's your bed, you slept in it, so you make it. Spirituality is buying a bar of soap and using it. It's called good personal hygiene. Spirituality is getting proper exercise, eating healthy food, learning to nurture and nourish your body, to listen to your body, get proper rest, and make sure you take care of yourself as a person. Because I've learned over the years, if I don't love myself, I can't love another human being. If I don't like me, how can I like somebody else? If I don't respect myself, how can I give respect to another person? And the care for myself is one of the basic things I work on today, because when I was in my crazy years, my real codependency years, I literally almost beat myself into the ground. And I learned the hard way, like all of us do, that the real reality is you got to kind of put yourself first and take care of you. If you don't take care of you, you can't give anything to somebody else. You can give away what you don't have. And so the principle I want to share with you, actually 2 principles. One is to learn something real simple and real basic. I learned it from a piece of literature in AA, which says yesterday, today, and tomorrow. There's only one day in life you really have to worry about, and that's today. We have to look at yesterday and learn from it. I joke a lot of times, and I usually talk about yesterday as being our fertilizer for today. If we're able to look at the stuff of yesterday and process it, it becomes our strength and our beauty for today. And tomorrow, we worry too much about tomorrow, especially as codependents. Always trying to figure life out. We have to learn to go with the flow of life. So if you learn to live in the moment, live in the present, literally your life becomes a lot simpler and a lot more beautiful. But also realize the importance in the spiritual journey of being able to connect to something even deeper than ourselves. You ever connect to a higher power? And I know I can't walk the journey of life by myself. I need to be connected to other people. I also need to realize the fact that there's something greater than me that's constantly teaching me what life really is all about. And for all of us, we call that something different. But as codependents, we have to realize the fact that we are not God. And literally, we have to be able to realize the fact that there's someone else running the show. I often refer to very many times from the AA program, the second tradition of the program, where it says that we're all servants and there's only one ultimate authority, and that's a higher power. So realize the fact that all of us, we're no better than anybody else. If we do our own journey, work on our own self, and really take care of who we are as people. And we learn the gift of what I call the 4 H's of the higher power. If we learn to be as honest as we can with ourselves, then we'll be honest with others. If we learn the gift of humility, which really means simplicity, and it really means being open to learn, being open to grow, being open to new things, and to realize that you're always in process and you're always learning. If we learn to have a sense of humor, to learn how to laugh at ourselves, because we are funny. What can I tell you? If you don't think you're funny when you wake up tomorrow morning, go run in the bathroom and stare in the mirror. If you don't laugh, you're a sickie. But the beautiful part about it is, we're funny. And finally, we have to learn to heal, to make peace with the past, to be able to move on. And I share all this with you because I truly, truly, truly believe that if we truly take the time to look at ourselves and realize the fact that we have to break our patterns of codependency. Because too many times, a good way to run away, and I did it for a lot of years and I still fall into the trap, as long as you can work on somebody else and stay busy and stay active, you never have to look at yourself. And so the series we're trying to offer you is to give you an opportunity to kind of look back at your own history, to look back at what's going on inside of you, and really begin to realize the importance of doing your own work and realizing that if I truly do take the time to learn how to be healthy and learn how to take care of myself and learn how to love myself, that basically then I have a gift to be able to give to other people. Because the greatest gift that we can give is the energy coming from us. And so a real spiritual person is somebody basically who lives as in touch with their own spirit and knows that deep down inside that spirit, it needs to be shared. And so to me, I just share this with you because I love you and I care about you. But if you truly want to be able to experience the whole entire format of what I'm talking about, it's a 9-week series, and you can basically take a look at it. And literally, the 9 parts of the series will help you to take a look at yourself and do some changes in your own life. So if you're interested, just kind of stay on the line and take a look at some of the things we have coming up, and they will tell you how to do this. Thank you, and God bless you.